Yeah, your favorite Terry Little Bacon Bear hanging out with two winners of KYS Versus, artist and producer. So go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Sarina. I'm the artist.
And I'm David Aaron Lamb, I'm the producer.
Well, definitely congratulations for a very, very flawless win. Easy. Really easy.
It was a little scary.
Yeah.
It wasn't scary. I don't believe
that
you.
That last one.
The last one?
Yes.
You know, say that was.
That last one was
Yeah.
scary.
You'll have to thank Malcolm Xavier for that one because he picked that song. So, you know.
And whatever the island one was, like it was like an unexpected switch up on the beat, but like it was kind of tough.
You mean that was Island? I was thinking more like dubstep. I don't know.
I don't know.
Now I gotta run it back because I want to see what had you so shook.
Yeah, it was
No,
tough.
I was the whole time. I was just like, it could go either. I could be humbled easily.
I can't even call it.
Yeah.
So, Sarina, I just want to first start off by asking you, tell me about your musical journey. Like, where you been at? Where'd you come from?
Well, I've had a love for music my whole life. My dad used to be a DJ in college. Yeah, it was funny. But I started taking it seriously when I was 16. I got a job, and I decided to make my own little home studio because I saw that was a wave, like you could do that.
Super easy.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I don't have to have a bunch of money to like do it
At all.
professionally. And then I made like I thought it was so cool, but it was so dusty. It was like this little thing, keyboard from Amazon.
Like,
and
an NPC joint.
yeah, like a $50
Did you
mic.
have like the USB mic?
Yes, I still have
That
it.
counts for something,
I
David.
still-
Don't take it away.
I know, I'm not taking it away.
I still record on it to this day, like
It's
so I
great.
can bring it. But yeah, it was when I was 16. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and do it seriously. And then I was around 17 when I had the confidence to be like, all right, I'm gonna try and release something. And it's funny because I think I was at school and I had sent you like a rough. Like, it was rough, but in my mind, it was finalized. I was like, oh, David's a producer.
He can
I
fix
know
this.
him. Not even. I was like, yo, just listen to this. What do you think? And then he sent me back, like, him fixing it. He was like, yeah, but maybe you should do this. And I was like, dang. Then I was like, I won't even drop that one. And then I had went back home for a break from school. And then randomly, I was like, you know what? Let me just go into the studio with him because I know he has a real legitimate
He
home
knows what he's
studio.
doing.
Yeah.
It's all right.
You know what you're
No,
doing.
it's legitimate. So yeah, I released my first official song in beginning of 2018.
So, well, with that being said, that makes you relatively new to music.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
I'm 19.
Nice. So you're super young, sis. How old are you, David?
I'm 23.
Man, y'all grown, but y'all super young. So, when you put out your first single or your first project, even was the reception good? Did you feel good about it?
Yeah. I wasn't expecting. I don't know why, but every time I put something out, I'm like, no one's gonna listen to it. I'll just put it out.
Surprise, they
Yeah,
do.
people were like, it was crazy because some of my friends, they go to Towson and they were telling me like they're walking around and they hear people playing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's so crazy to me because
It's mind-boggling.
how? Yeah, and I would, at that point, I mean, I'm still at a point where I don't know too much, but my promotion methods, like, they weren't there. I just posted it once, and I was like, here's the link, but people took that and they spread it amongst themselves.
Well, I'm not.
She got like 40,000 plays like on SoundCloud.
That's a good look.
Yeah.
That's a
and
very strong start.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. I made the cover art on
Yourself.
Snapchat. I saved it and posted it. I
And
was
that's
like,
me.
yeah.
And we did
Well-
that on a $60 mic and everything. Like it just.
Well, I mean, that's a true testament of like how little it takes to get started and how well and how far that can take you, even from just like the small tools. Because people are like, oh, I don't have the production, or I don't have this, I don't have that. Well, at the very least, you can win verses and get on the radio a couple
Yeah.
nights in a row.
Facts.
At the very least. Now, I definitely want to commend you for bringing your producer, because not a lot of artists bring their producers, and producers don't get a lot of shine either.
Yeah, man,
No,
she's a real one.
No, he's like I say this all the time when I link up. He's like a musical legend. Like, he's gonna.
Oh,
Man, I'm just trying, man. I'm just trying.
I just feel like producers, especially in this area, they need a lot more recognition because
Yeah.
it could go either way. Like, the beat is fire and the artist is trash, or the artist is fire and the beat is trash.
yeah.
It has to go both
It's a
ways.
catch-22, truly.
Yeah.
David, how long have you been producing?
I've been producing since I was like 9 years old.
Oh, so you've been at this. That's why he's so good at it, because he's been practicing.
Yeah, I've been practicing, but I mean, it started out a little rough. You know,
Yeah.
off rough, but you know, we got better over time. And I think it's really crazy. I mean, I've been producing for a long time, but Sarina and I have known each other like since before I was producing.
I was in pre-K.
Oh, so you guys know each other for your whole lives. You're lifelong friends.
Yeah, me and his sister are like best friends.
Small ass.
And like our whole family are like it was close. So yeah, and she's into music too. So
it's a family sport almost.
Yeah.
So when you were hearing those wins, you said you were nervous, but when were you sure you didn't ever feel like you had it in the bag?
It's not that I didn't feel that. I just know that anything can happen.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know, because people can tell me that, oh, I'm going to call in, and then either just forget or not. So I don't know what people are going to do. And like a lot of people called in that I didn't even know. So that's what really took me by surprise.
I mean, I tell people to call in to win or to call in to vote. So there's organic votes, so the people, of course, that you invite. But the DMV really does show out, and you'd be surprised who knows your name even beyond those 5 wins in a row.
Yeah.
Now, on your 5th night, what were both of your feelings? What'd you say? Did you cry? Was you like, got him?
No.
Like what?
Bruh,
you sweating?
I was really like, I was overrun. I was just like, I just couldn't believe it. And like, I went on Instagram and I was like, you know when you feel like, really sad or like, just really calm. I was like, well, that's not me, because we just won KYS Versus.
No, it's crazy because each night I was always with my family.
Yeah.
And they're hilarious because they're giving all types of scenarios, and I'm just like, yo. So my mom, like, we had this thing, like, we were making eye contact the whole time. So she kept hearing Yono say or the other persons, and like, she just was looking at me like, what's about to happen?
Well, I don't know what's going to happen,
like,
Mom.
I don't know. And then all I heard was when you said, like, I won. After that, I didn't hear anything. And I just heard my mom screaming. My little sister was running around. My dog was doing laps because she didn't know what was going on.
She's just excited to be here.
Yeah, she was like, why is everyone yelling? So I was just like, yo.
Well, that's honestly, I'm glad to hear that, and I'm glad that it brings you that shine, because it can sometimes feel like your work is just falling on deaf ears and you're not sure really how far it's taking you. But you did it. Both of you. So congratulations again.
Thank you.
When it's all said and done, what do you want to do? Do you want to do music full time? Because I know you said that you are in school.
Oh, no, definitely. I want to make that my career. Because I'm the type of person, I know that if I put my mind to it, I can do anything.
Absolutely.
Like, I could be an architect or whatever, but I feel like I was born to do this. Like, it makes me, like, sick to think of doing anything else or trying, because I've tried it. Like, my major went from, like, landscape architecture to a bunch of other stuff, and I was doing good at it. I just didn't like it. So, yeah, and then I
hope this pans out then.
Yeah.
So you could just, drop out. I mean, stay in school, but, like, drop out.
No, I'm still, because I did it. So I used to be on campus my freshman year, but I went to Penn State.
Yeah.
But out there wasn't any place to record or do music. So I was like, yeah, I can't stay here. So now I go to school online so I could do them both at the same time.
So you're committed to this.
Yeah.
David, where do you want to take music?
I mean, I want to do full-time production as well. So I'm out of school, I'm working, and I do production, mixing, mastering, all that.
Yeah.
So I've had a couple internships, at a couple studios in the area, but I mean, doing this is like, what I love. And I mean, Sarina's such a hard worker. I mean, we've been in the studio for hours.
Bold. I mean,
nah, like we've been my job is pretty easy because I come in, like, she gives me ideas.
She gives you the content and you just deliver.
I run with it, but with her, like, she had to perform, and like we worked so much on performance, and like, doing vocal inflection and doing.
Yeah, but you definitely coach with that too.
Yeah, but I'm saying she worked on it, like
that's what a duo does.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this is how this works, but these are literally how artists and like engineering producers like come together to kill it. Like, for example, terrible example, but London on the Track and Summer Walker, these are super producers and artists that meet in the middle, and you never know how far that could take you. So y'all better stick it out. Yeah. For real, stick it out. Because you might have something, you might be really onto something here. Because I really like 10 out of 10. I picked it.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. That's so funny. Because in the beginning, I didn't like it because I didn't like how I sounded on it.
I liked it.
So there was like, 2 different versions of the beat and the song. Like, it came from
she didn't mean like not the actual song. She means like the first version we did of the song.
Yeah.
Like, we like the record.
We like 10 out of 10.
No, we like it. But I mean, it came from like, it
was a sad boy song.
Yeah. So that was the thing too. Because most of my music up until that point was usually like kind of on the darker side, stuff like that. So he was like, and I brought it originally, it was a little bit darker. So he was like, I understand this is your vibe or whatever, but you have
We
to
gotta sunny it up a little
Yeah,
bit.
you have to have some songs that are a little bit upbeat because summer was coming up. He was like,
Yeah.
you know, that people can vibe to and stuff. And I was like, okay. So yeah, then he just flipped it and made it into what it was.
And we gotta shout out Ty.
Yeah, Ty. Ooh.
And
See,
Lillian.
so it was crazy because we had the beat,
Yeah.
and then it was just the words. Because when I write like pages, and then he comes in and he deletes, fixes
Error,
stuff.
error,
Yeah, basically. And then it was crazy because I was coming home from hanging out with my friend, and then he called me. He was like, "Yo, I have one of my friends in the studio who can, help us with the song." And I was like, "Okay, shoot. All right, sorry, girl, I gotta go." So I met up with her. Her name's Lillian,
Yeah.
and we worked together. And she helped kill the chorus.
Honestly, it's reminiscent of like Ariana Grande. It gave me that. Do you hear that at all? But for the better. And that's a good thing because recognition is
She's
important.
one of my favorites. So anytime anyone says that, I'm like,
I think we definitely went for that with the vocal production.
I thought so.
Definitely like Ariana Grande and
Kehlani, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see Kehlani too.
Yeah.
I could definitely say
Yeah.
Kehlani.
So we had the chorus, and then we had different versions of the verses and stuff. And then I have a really talented friend that I know. His name is Tyrod. He goes by Ty. He's an amazing writer. I'm working with him too with some of my other songs coming off my EP. But yeah, he came and he helped kill the verses. So yeah, like 4 people went into this song.
If you're ever a real music head and you take a break and you just listen to the backgrounds, like they go really crazy because like all the effort that went into like whole team just collaborating and making sure that they really stood out. That's what made this.
Well, now luckily we're gonna put it on the radio and we'll be listening to all those different elements.
Yeah.
I definitely want to give you guys the chance and opportunity to thank some people that put you in this position for this shine, and then also, of course, to introduce your record 10 out of 10 for the very first time on the radio. Okay. So I know you got your list, so lay it out, do your thing.
First, I want to thank God because without him, I don't know where I would be. And I want to thank my mom, my dad, my sister, my best friend, Amy and Courtney. I want to thank Kristen. I want to thank Mabaru. And I want to thank Tyrod and Lillian for helping me kill this song. And, of course, David, because you already know. But I want to thank also Donovan, the director of the video. He also came in and just took it to a whole other level. And, yeah, I just want to thank everyone who's been supporting me that I don't know about, because there's a lot of people I really don't know about, and I just realized that after this competition.
The organic wins,
Yeah.
the organic votes came in. He was like, okay.
I gotta shout out my fiance.
She was voting for you hard. I said,
she
that's
was
your
going hard.
husband. She said, yeah.
Yeah, her whole family.
yeah.
Her whole family. I gotta thank the whole family. My mom, and my dad, my little sis, my big sis, and the rest of my fam, and everyone who called in and supported us. I mean, just the support was crazy, really crazy.
I also want to give you a chance to put your social media out there so people can continue to listen to 10 out of 10 to both support you as a producer and support you as an artist, and also just tell you congratulations because you killed it. So, what's your IG?
Thanks.
My Instagram is Sarina Desir, SARINA DESIR, and you can find me anywhere with that tag.
Yeah, and I go by David Aaron Lay, just my regular name. David, and then I mean, like if Kanye can do it, I can do it. So it's just David Aaron Lay. David, last name's ERINLE.
And dun, 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 time to introduce your record for the very first time. Put your radio voice on. You want to do it, Sarina?
Okay. This is Sarina, and you're listening to my single, 10 out of 10.
And it's truly 10 out of 10. Congratulations, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course.